Hello again. I thought that after he was sent to prison for 5.5 years in September last year, that we probably wouldn't hear much about Alex Belfield for at least a couple of years. I was wrong, for he is still cropping up in the news every few months. I used to watch Belfield most days and found him entertaining at times. I guessed that he was gay and also assumed that a lot of what he said was probably exaggerated and should be taken with a pinch of salt. But he was amusing sometimes and used to come up with stuff that wasn't on the mainstream news. I found him particularly interesting during the lockdown. I was shocked at the severity of the sentence he received. 5.5 years for supposedly harassing and stalking people via YouTube is pretty stiff as far as penalties go. Those whom he was convicted of pestering in this way have obviously realised that there is some profit to be made from their suffering. For two of them, even though he is in prison, have been pursuing him for compensation. Personally, if somebody had annoyed me in this way, I think I would have been content to see him sent to prison for a few years. But Jeremy Vine sued Alex Belfield recently and last month secured substantial damages. That's a legal expression meaning lots of money. I'll give a link to the case in the description to this video. Many people find Jeremy Vine to be an oily, sanctimonious and self-righteous kind of fellow, but I hasten to add I am not of this opinion myself. It is just how I've seen him described frequently on Twitter and so on. I have no doubt that he's really a lovely fellow, fond of children, kind to animals and all that kind of thing. Another of those whom Belfield was convicted of harassing was a chap called Philip Delaney. Sensing perhaps after Jeremy Vine's success in the civil courts that he too might be in line for a payout, Delaney wants to sue Alex Belfield himself. Unfortunately, he cannot afford to do so, and so has, almost unbelievably, started a crowdfunding campaign to see if others will pay his legal costs in the matter. I have never seen the like. In the description to this video, I give a link to this appeal on the off chance that viewers of this channel may wish to help out this poor unfortunate fellow. Imagine being so hard up that you can't find £15,000, which is the sum he is asking for, to sue a YouTuber who said some spiteful and catty things about you. Poor fellow, you have to sympathise. The other month, Belfield was also in court again so that an order could be made to ensure that he didn't contact a man called Greg Scott and his wife Karen. Who these people are remains something of a mystery. The truth is, Alex Belfield was doing very well financially a year ago, as could be seen from his frequent visits to Las Vegas. I suppose that once he went to prison, it was inevitable that some people would think it worthwhile pursuing him for compensation. I think myself that a sentence of 5.5 years imprisonment was pretty ferocious, and whatever he might have said on the internet, such a term of imprisonment might have been sufficient to satisfy those whom he allegedly harassed. It seems not, and I have an idea that others will also be seeing if it is worth suing him before he's released.